Reality. Reality receipts.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Ricky.
And me, Reality Ashley, and we're back to talk about Perfect Match. They dropped episodes 7 to 9 today. Our episode 7 recap is already out if you want to go listen to that. If you haven't heard it yet, we're going to do episode 8. We have decided to split them up so that you can kind of do it on your own time frame instead of lumping them all together because there's just so much to talk about. It's hard if we try to recap all of them at once, it all gets a little shuffled together.
Yeah.
So we're going to
Something ends up
it.
getting left out, and I feel like these last batch of episodes were so good. We have to capture every point.
Yes, there's so much to talk about. And we're also going to do Beyond the Villa. Obviously, it's season 1, episode, I can't remember.
5, I think. 5.
Is it episode
I think
5
it's
already?
episode 5,
oh, you're right.
yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. So, yeah, we'll start with Perfect Match. So, this episode began with Justine and AD having a little chit-chat about all these misgivings over the past couple of days. So
His escapades, yeah.
So, what do you think of their chat? They're chatting it.
They're chatting it. I don't know why Ollie wouldn't have that conversation with AD before she went and chatted with Justine. You know, obviously Ollie knew she was going to find out the truth, and he knew that he lied, and I just don't understand why men do that. Like, it just, like, on top of the lie, it's just so insulting that now I have to face the embarrassment of finding out through everyone else, right? Yeah. Like, because the beginning of the episode, right, was like, she's like asking the girls, right? Or was that at the end of episode 7 where she's like, what's the vibe with them?
That was how it ended. And then there was a little bit at the start of this, right before they had a conversation.
To where they're all like, I think you should go talk to her. Like, obviously none of them seen her kiss him, but obviously everybody in the house could tell that there's an energy between them that, like, we think you should be concerned about, so maybe you should go talk to her. So again, it adds insult to injury. Like, not only did you do this, but you couldn't even be honest with me, and you lied to me, and then made me look like a fool in front of everyone. So
yeah, and even though Justine kind of told her what happened, and then Ollie eventually later copped to it, I think it's even hard to understand until you see it, like how, like, the chemistry they had and that they were, like, matched up so quickly and, like, acting just like him and AD were really quickly. Like, I feel like her seeing it now is probably really hard, so I feel bad for her, especially being pregnant, because I still don't think she fully understood in the moment, like, how they were actually being behind her back. So
yeah.
Do you think she got more of a picture, obviously, from Justine, though?
I mean, I feel like their chat was short, right? I'm sure it was a lot longer than what we saw. And she probably went into some other details of what they did, because it seemed like, you know, they were just having a really open conversation about it.
Yeah. And she said, like, she didn't want that for her or AD, right? Like, she was sad that it was her and AD up against each other. Like, that's not what she wanted, but that was how it shook out. So yeah, it was hard to watch. Because
it was definitely hard to watch. And I think that Ollie, he just handled it wrong. He handled Justine wrong. He handled AD wrong. He's just moving really crazy. And I think, to your point, it's not like this was years ago or like a super long time ago to where you say, oh, somebody's really changed or learned their lesson. It's just, it's making me side eye him. Every single episode, I side eye him more and more, because by the end of this episode, I won't jump ahead, I was like, okay, that's it. Like, I'm off him. Like, you've lost any inkling of respect that I had for you. So
yeah, because it's not like he just kissed someone or made out. There's, like, worse behavior coming that we'll get to at the end of the episode, but a lot of double standards going on. I did like that when AD did go back to talk to him and they not really fighting, but, hashing out what happened. And he said, like, she was like asking, like, what would have happened if I wasn't there? Like what we've all been saying. Like if she hadn't have been at that guy's day, he would have acted like a total fool. And she said that right to his
He
face.
had
So
the
I'm glad.
nerve to say, I don't think I would have done anything. Sir, please.
Yeah, that's almost worse because then it's like, why wouldn't you have done anything? Because you thought you were with Justine. Like he had so much going on. He got AD, he's got Justine, then he had the guys' day. Like, I don't
That's
know.
why it would have made more sense for Justine to be at that mixer versus AD. He didn't have any loyalty to Justine at that point. Like if Justine would have been at that mixer and AD was not, and he would have been the ringleader of Truth or Dare, and he would have done a lot worse than sucking thighs, okay?
Yeah, he definitely got an easy out there with AD, even though he probably in the moment was like, I wish she wasn't here so I could have fun. It really did save him because he would have done a lot worse than what he did with Justine, which apparently was just kiss and cuddle, but who really knows? They were in a bed all night together, so.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, when I've been gone less than 24 hours, how much worse can it get besides a kiss?
Mm-hmm.
Not only a kiss and a cuddle, but a romantic connection, a romantic emotional connection forming that you could see a future with. Like it doesn't really get much worse than that.
Yeah, he moved on so fast. Like she was barely out the door and he had someone else in the bed with her, with him. Like that's
You could have slept on the
quickly.
couch. You could have, there's so many things you could have done if you wanted to be respectful. You didn't. And you clearly did not have any intentions on moving forward with AD if she didn't come back. It just is what it is.
I still find it so weird that they match up with people and then they go in a hotel room like alone together. It is like they should have two beds so that there is more of an option, but it's not as dramatic that way, I guess. So, but
yeah, that's how they do it on Love Island.
I know, but they're in a room with a bunch of other people. At least they're not alone.
That's true.
Like
that's true.
They have cameras in there though, right?
I think they do. Yeah, they do have.
Yeah, we've seen some
night footage. That?
Yeah, the night vision. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you think it was weird, like when Nick came in? It kind of felt like everyone just forgave their partners and moved on. They were like, okay, I want to be here still, so I'm gonna let it go. And like all of a sudden, Daniel and Lucy were fine, and AD and Ollie were fine, and Sandy and Louie. It was like they just decided to let it go. So.
It like literally, I have written down: men do what they want, and then be like, I hope my relationship can make it through this. You know,
it's almost...
and so I never, like, the fact of the matter is like, what are you getting? Like, the fact that all of them, Lucy, Sandy, AD, like, they took their men back so fast, like, so quickly. They didn't have any consequence for their action. No. They will do it again because they know that they could just say, I'm sorry. You know, like, Daniel lied to Lucy's face, too. And then you had to get the truth from the girl. Embarrassing. And then you go back to him. I would have gotten Daniel's ass, okay? The way he was with me. Oh, you embarrassed me, this. He was still talking about being embarrassed over the kissing challenge over at the mixer. You did all of that. You did 10 times worse. And then, but again, if you're just going to forgive him, like, he ain't gonna be like, you need to hold me accountable. Like, you need to make me suffer more. Like, all of these women, like, puffed out their chests and was like Billy Badass for like 5 minutes. And then, oh, okay. And what's even crazier to me, Sandy, he was just locking lips with Alex all night. And then here you are locking lips with him. And then I think Sandy at one point, when she saw Lucy and Daniel make up, she was like, oh my God, like, I can't even, like, what was the point then? Same to you, sis. What was the point? I think I would have respected all of these women more. I think even Lucy, before she took Daniel back, like she said in a confessional, like, something like, I don't deal with this kind of behavior. Like, I like him, but I don't tolerate being treated like this. And then she just got back with him 5 seconds later.
Yeah, it was, I mean, I think the men are basically just like, let me see what I can get away with, right? Like, I'll do as much as I can, And then if you dump me, whatever. Like, they don't really care about losing them. They're like, if I can get away with this and be with you, perfect. And if I can't, well, whatever. They're just not concerned at all about
Yeah.
hurting them or losing them. I mean, it has only been a few days, and I get it. Like, that's the whole point of these bombshells, is to test connections. But like we said in our last episode, they weren't like testing. They weren't like making these great connections and like, okay, maybe we'll have a little kiss and see what it is. It was like just total debauchery and craziness.
Yeah, but also
And
Daniel and Lucy seem to be in a place where they're not testing. Like, they
No.
are in, like she said, he would break up with me if I did the same thing to him. So you guys are clearly in a committed situation. AD and Ollie were supposed to be in a committed situation, because you hear him constantly saying, she's mine, you're mine, I don't want anyone talking to you, I don't want this, I don't want that. So they're now Louie and Sandy, Scott and Rachel, okay, whatever. Those are two entirely different situations, because those are not like actual relationships. And I think that just the way that these boys were moving, I would have had so much more respect for the women if they just walked out. If they would have, I think we've seen Jess do it when she found out Harry kissed somebody. She walked out and she left that villa. Now, she was back with him by the time the reunion came, and she dated him for months on end afterwards. But at least in that movie, I mean, at least in that moment, she stood on business, you know?
Yeah, because she didn't want to be I think she's someone who really doesn't want to be embarrassed. She does not allow that at all. So she, at least on camera, stood up for herself. But yeah, not so much after. But I feel like these women are the opposite, where they're like, I just want to be on camera, so I'm going to deal with being embarrassed, you know? Not AD as much, but maybe other ones.
No, AD too. She doesn't get a pass. Like, she's doing exactly what the other women are doing, and your man did it worse. Like, your man did it worse.
I feel like with AD, though, like, I do feel like she likes Ollie, whereas Sandy, I'm not sure if she really likes Louis as much as
but
she's
Lucy likes
portraying.
Daniel.
Yeah.
You know? The part that I always think is funny is when the women try and be like, if I match with you, if I this, like, if I that, like, and try and act, like I said, like, try and act like they're really about something, and then they just be like, okay.
Well, AD did try to make Ollie jealous, which worked, of course. So I didn't believe for 1 second that she was interested in anyone else, but she tried her best to act like she was. So what did you think about her flirting with other people?
I mean, if that's what you call flirting, she was having a conversation with somebody. Like, and that's what's wild to me. She can't have a conversation with somebody. She can't even have a conversation with somebody without you getting your British panties in a bunch. But you can freaking your knickers in a bunch. Like, but you can kiss and cuddle and act a whole ass. Like, it's really crazy. I don't even think she was really doing all that much with Ray.
No.
They just had a conversation.
I think this episode was very enlightening for us with some of the tea we got from the party that we went to, the Netflix party, because we were told that AD had to unfollow Marshall because Ollie made her. And we were like, that's weird. We didn't know he was like a jealous person. We thought he seemed like a secure person and the relationship seemed good. So that wasn't really adding up to us. But now watching the show and knowing Marshall did her podcast a couple months ago, obviously something went down where he was insecure or jealous about Marshall, and they don't follow each other anymore. And we saw them at that reunion, the Love is Blind reunion, sitting together laughing like they were clearly friends at least. So not anymore though. So
yeah.
So do you think
it makes perfect sense now?
Do you think he's jealous of Marshall?
I don't think he's jealous. I think Ollie's insecure.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a jealousy thing. I think that if he senses any type of chemistry or connection between, I didn't watch the episode that that Marshall was on. I didn't watch the podcast episode, but I would imagine that they had a good energy, because even when they sat next to each other at the Love is Blind, everybody was standing over them like, oh, Marshall and AD should get together. Like, oh, they're like giving bestie vibes. So I'm sure they had that same energy during their podcast, and Ollie didn't like it. If you couldn't take me laughing with Ray, you damn sure couldn't take me having a 1 hour conversation with somebody who's my friend. So,
Well, when was that one? That was last spring, right? That reunion with AD and Marshall sitting together?
girl,
Yeah.
they all mixed together at this point. I don't fucking know.
That was last spring, so it was before Ollie was in the picture. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh,
'cause I'm like,
yeah.
if that was when...
No, because it wasn't.
Oh, no, it was
before.
fall. You're right.
Yes,
it was the fall.
because I remember in my recap video, I was like, we don't give a fuck what the cast is up to. And I was like, except for AD, because we hear she's doing Ollie. That's
Right.
So that's how I know. So no, he was in the picture.
So this all makes a lot of sense then, because when they sat together at that reunion, she was with Ollie, but people were sensing the vibes between them, and everyone was standing them, like you said. Like, everyone was saying they should be together. So obviously that got to Ollie. So
Yeah.
now she's not even allowed to follow him. But
when did he go on her podcast?
recently,
Yeah.
well, they have been filming those, I think, quite a bit in the future. So I don't know when it was filmed, but it aired, I want to say, like 2 months ago. So
Okay.
it was probably filmed a while ago. So
okay.
maybe Ollie wasn't like informed he was going to be on the pod. I don't know. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
yes, seeing the behavior now in this episode, she's not allowed to chat like with a man like that, and now her job is chatting with men. And when you're doing a podcast, like we've had this happen to us, where you're just talking, but sometimes people get flirty because you're just trying to be funny. Like, they're not genuinely flirting with you or interested in you. They're just being silly.
Right.
And so I don't know how Ollie's going to take that if she keeps having to interview hot men off of these shows. Not that I'm calling Marshall hot. He's a nice looking man, but I'm not hitting on him. But I'm just saying.
Are you sure? No.
There could be more hot men coming in the future, because that's her job now, right? So
yeah, Ollie's gonna have to get it together, but he's definitely giving insecure, jealous, like possessive, all of the things that I said about Daniel. Like, we're seeing that behavior exhibited in Ollie. He's also very manipulative. Like, I don't know if I'm jumping ahead, but is it in this episode where we see him? Basically, they have a huge fight in this episode, right? They have a huge fight at the end of this episode. So, okay, so what I'm talking about happens in episode 9. So I'm gonna just stick to my notes so I don't go off topic.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. This is, I don't think I would have done anything. Ollie, please. She knows that she can't trust him. So that's the thing. Women know who they're with. So if AD likes it, I love it. But it couldn't be me. He needs 6 more inches before he can chat to my girl. So now all of a sudden, she's your girl, right? And this is the kind of language that made AD feel very secure in their situation, because Ollie was constantly giving her that reassurance. But just a night ago, Justine was your girl, so he goes and he chats with Justine at this point, and basically, again, with his language, she outright asked him, hey, did you know that you were feeling this way about AD yesterday? Or when did you know that it was kind of her and not me? He says, I don't think I did. What the hell is, I don't think I did? Either you did or you didn't. There is no I think.
Yeah, he's very non-committal in his answers to both of them, and like just being very vague. So then you can't get caught in the lie, and it's frustrating. Because if he would have come back from that guy's day and said right to Justine, like, I immediately knew it was AD, and he was still kind of trying to play them both, and I don't know why.
Because at that point, he probably didn't know. He just thought that AD was coming in for the mixer. He didn't think that she was going to come. Then he thought, oh, like, she'll be, they told him everybody will come to the mixer tomorrow, but he didn't think that she was back in the house. You know what I mean? So that's why he thought that Justine was still his match. That's why he moved like that. So, but I think that's when we see Justine kind of say to the camera, he wanted his cake and wanted to eat it too.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, we both deserve better. And he didn't move respectfully. And that it is what it is. He did not move respectfully. He did not move like a man who is in a situation with somebody that he genuinely cares about. So
Yeah, I kind of wonder if he has tried to like play it off to AD as though like he didn't want to go home. He was worried he would go home and not get to see her. So he just acted into Justine so he would be able to stay. And I wonder if that's how he sort of like explained it to her, and now she's watching it and seeing it
I
wasn't
don't
really
know,
like
because I
that.
feel like we do hear him say to her, no, actually, we didn't hear him say that. He said that to Justine. He
Mm-hmm.
said to Justine, I had a connection with you. I liked you. I vibed with you. Everything, like, I could see a future with you. No,
Mm-hmm.
he did say that to AD, didn't he? At one point, he says, if you weren't here, could I see, like, we have a good
Yeah.
connection. Could I see if you weren't here, like, it being something? Yes, he did say
Mm-hmm.
that to her. So,
I'm just trying to figure out how she could just get over it so easily, like knowing that he was so into Justine, unless he played it off in some way. Like, yeah.
I don't want to say anything bad about, but it's just not, it's not surprising when you
Mm-hmm.
reflect on her behavior during her season of Love is Blind, right? Clay did so many things, or
Mm-hmm.
I said his name, but he shall remain unnamed.
ADX.
AD's ex did the same thing. He played in her face over and over. He didn't come home half the time. He wasn't into her, like, and she was still
She
willing
said
to just,
yes to
yes,
him.
she still said yes to him. She was still willing to, and then even after he embarrassed her at the altar, she says that they remain friends, but you're hanging out with his family on Thanksgiving. This is after the
Right.
altar. You know what I mean? So it
Forgot about
doesn't,
that.
yeah, it doesn't, I don't know. It's just some people just want love, you know? So
Mm-hmm. Like I said in the last episode, I just hate this for her after what we saw her deal with on Love is Blind. We just wanted a better guy. And not saying he's not better now, but all
he's
we
a
can go
better
off of.
guy. Anybody's a better guy than her ex, but he's just her ex in a different font.
Mm-hmm. And it's not even, like I said, as much it's not cheating, but it's not that he like kissed Justine. Like that is forgivable. It's more like a lot of other red flags, the jealousy and the anger and the like getting upset.
Manipulation.
Yeah, there's a lot more than just like, oh, he liked Justine too, he kissed her. Like that would be whatever. But it's all of it put together that is concerning because they were on camera in a beautiful place, just met. Like those are good conditions. So you're gonna be like 3, 4, 5, 10 years in. It's not gonna get any easier. So that's the concerning part.
Yeah. Yeah. What did
But
you
we hope it
think
works
of?
out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Lucy and Daniel chat. So we see them chat after she's already talked to Olivia, and
Mhm.
she kind of spills the beans that you weren't honest about the thigh licking. You weren't honest
Mhm.
that you kissed her outside of a challenge, and everything he said was so self-centered. I
Mhm.
feel bad. I this, I that. It was almost like he
Mhm.
wanted her to say something to make him feel better about his actions,
Yeah,
which
he's
is another
very.
red flag. He's a red flag too.
I think he's very immature. I don't know how old he is, but too old to act like this. Because yeah, it's just immature and dishonest, and like you said, red flags, lots of
Red
them.
flags. But also, like, here you are, you did something wrong. I feel like an asshole. I'm upset. I'm this. I shouldn't.
Mhm.
All I want is you. And it's
Mhm.
like, I'm sorry, but like, and then she calls him out on it and says everything's about yourself. Like, you're not even worried about how I'm feeling. You're worried about how you're feeling. And you expect me to make you feel better in this moment.
Mhm.
And then you forgive him and make him feel better in this moment. That's what I don't understand. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, that's what I don't understand about these women. Like, you not winning any money. So wouldn't you rather, like, obviously these guys are showing flags of like, this is not somebody I can take serious in the real world. This is
Mhm.
not somebody that I would date in the real world. This is not somebody that I can trust in the real world. I can't trust you to leave the house for a night without doing your big one, knowing damn well you have to come back to me. How the hell am I going to trust you out at a bar? And the truth is that you can't. So it's like, I don't understand in that moment why Lucy took him back so easily.
Yeah, it definitely, that's where it's like, is there genuine feelings here, or do you just want to win? Like, obviously, if you break up now, you're not going to win probably. So
who wants to win a vacation with somebody they don't like? Like, that's what I don't get. Like, if you don't take the vacation, do you get the money instead?
Well, I remember when Georgia and Dom split up and never took their vacation, they did like try to go to Netflix and say like, we want the money that the vacation would have been. I don't know if they ever got it. I think they did. So.
Oh, okay. Because but
I think it was like $3,000 or something. Like, not a lot of money. So $5,000 maybe.
Yeah. So what Lucy had actually said, she's like, if it's not with you, I don't want to be here. Or I think that's what he said. Yeah. And then she said she worked hard on herself. Oh, she said that. And then and then she also said that she's worked hard on herself to not deal with shitty behavior. And then and then she forgets. So how hard have you worked on yourself? Oh, God. It just, I don't know. But did Nick Lachey does he give you creepy uncle vibes or?
Yes. Oh my gosh. There was something in an episode before that he misspoke and said something like sexual that wasn't supposed to be sexual. I should have wrote my notes on that. It was like not in this set. It was in the last set of episodes, but it was like weird that he said that.
Yeah.
He did AD's podcast this week. I haven't listened yet though, but I'm like, what? I wonder what he has to say. I mean, he's always throwing grenades at Vanessa. Like, she's always getting thrown under the bus. So he's got like, I don't know what's going on with them. Remember last reunion they seemed awkward. I don't know if they're getting divorced, but not
to start that rumor. They will clip you, bitch, and be like, oh my God, because they just love to prove us wrong.
We have no tea on that.
We're never wrong.
No, we have no tea. He always does this one alone. I have seen some comments be like, where's Vanessa? That's weird, but he always does this one alone.
He's been giving me creepy uncle vibes. I think last time he walked in, like, hey, guys, hey, and everyone, I was like, oh, God, ew.
It is scary to see, like, because obviously I remember when he was, like, you know, young, hot pop star, and now he's Nick Lachey.
Yeah.
Wait, this reminds me, this is off topic, but I really quickly have to tell you, I saw this girl's video who's like obsessed with the Backstreet Boys, and she goes to all their shows, and they were like, she had a compilation where they were like shouting her out at every show, and I was like, oh, I have to send this to Ricky and be like, Justin needs to do this for you.
Is her name Fernanda?
Yes, her name is Fernanda. And I look at the bottom.
I know her. She's also at Justin concerts as well.
No way, that's so funny. Because
I've seen her. Like, I have pictures with her. I've been to Justin. She's a huge major Backstreet Boys fan, like OD, but she's also Justin Timberlake fan. So she has been to a few Justin shows as well.
Oh my God, this is so funny.
She flies across the world to see the Backstreet Boys and Justin Timberlake. And at one of the shows that I was at, he read one of her posters because it was like flew all the way from wherever she's from. She's
somewhere
in
like Latin America, right?
Yeah, Latin America. Somewhere over there. It's like flew all the way from blah 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 to see you, and then he read her side. But yeah, I know Fernanda.
I was literally about to send it to you, and it was like, Ricky Wise follows her already, and I was laughing to myself. Like, that's so funny.
Yeah, she's like OD. Like, she goes to their meet and greets, like every single meet and greet, every single show, like every. Yeah. She's like, yeah.
Well, she literally had a compilation of them being like, Fernanda's here. There's Fernanda. Like everywhere they go. So cute. So.
Yeah, it's crazy because Justin has a select group of fans that he will, I don't know if he knows them by first name, but he has a select group of fans that he will recognize them or show them, acknowledge them.
And you're not in this group?
No, I
You
don't
gotta
think
get
so.
you
Like,
in
I
this.
think like he does recognize me to a sense, to say there's the same curly headed blonde girl that looks familiar. You know what I mean? And I think that's why he does like acknowledge me in some aspect at the shows.
Mhm.
But he had, like, when I tell you that there are fans, like if I'm OD, like I don't even know what to call them. Like if I've gone to 8 shows, they've gone to 30, they've gone to 40.
Oh my God.
And that's not me exaggerating. Like they go overseas to see him, they fly state to state. And I just like, y'all can have it. I don't got that much motherfucking time. Like I don't got that much. Like one of them, like he specifically, like she flew to, I think she was in Romania or wherever the hell he had his most recent show where everybody had their panties in a bunch. And he was like, you flew, like he literally, you could see him in the video go, you flew all this way. Like, so he knows
Oh,
I usually see you in this state and now I'm seeing you here. Like, you know, and so he's like, you flew all this way? And she's like, so I'm like,
it
oh,
must
okay.
be
So
such a crazy feeling to know that people like connect to you so much and like would do all that for you, you know? Like they must
yeah.
be like, I hope that helps when like they get so much hate or like critics and then but they see those people right at their show and they know like they got
Yeah.
some good people out there loving
Yeah.
them too. So
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, off topic, but yeah.
anyways, yes, Fernanda, if you listen, I don't think you do, but we're not Backstreet Boys. But
Yeah, I
her
know her.
page, yeah, all I know is it's Fernanda. I don't know her username. Sorry, do you know?
Fernanda, yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
okay.
follow her. I know exactly what she's like, obsessed with Kevin from the
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys. So,
Yes. Go to her page. It's funny that she's got a lot of shout outs. But anyways, back
yeah.
to what the heck were we talking
Um.
about?
Oh, so what did you think of Louis? It's like the nerve of these men, to get on Sandy about taking somebody to the egg. Who did she take to the egg? She
I
took
don't even
somebody to the
remember.
egg, and Louis was like, don't do that ever again. And she was like, don't
Hmm.
kiss anyone. And he's
Yeah,
like,
they're
just trying to act like he cares about some shit. So,
the double standards are crazy. The women can't even talk to other men, but the men can lick thighs. It's bizarre.
it's bizarre. And it's really crazy because it's not that I actually think that he cares. Like he doesn't. He
No.
doesn't give a fuck. Like, but
I think
yeah.
he was just trying to be funny, but it was weird.
Yeah. Yeah, so at the end of that big mixer, we were left with 6 couples because you
Mhm.
can only, that was the rules, right? You can only do 6. So AD,
That was a weird rule to me. I don't know why. Was that just like random to you, or it seemed?
I think because last season we seen 2 singles or somebody who
Right.
wasn't in the house or something like that ended up linking up.
Didn't they end up winning? Right,
Christine and
Christine.
Nigel,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So
Were
that's
both of them single? They weren't. I know Christine wasn't in the house, and then she got in the house, but I don't remember how that went because I did think like one person had to end up being in the house, but I think that's what happened, right? Like the singles started mixing with the singles, so maybe that's why they incorporated that rule. AD matches with Ollie, even though she tried to make it act like she was. My thing is this: if you want to forgive a man for his transgressions, then by all means do it. But you have to make them sweat. And
yeah.
and I get it, on this show you don't have time to make them sweat, but it's just, it makes me lose respect for the girls. So AD and Ollie, Sandy and Louie, Daniel and Lucy, Madison and Freddie, who have been so unproblematic this whole entire season. We barely saw them episode 7 and 8. And then Rachel makes a switch and goes with Ray, and Scott makes a switch and go with Juliet. Now, I will say Juliet worked her little tail off trying to get
Yeah.
back into the house. Like she
Yeah,
was
she
not
did.
playing. She went in with a mission. She saw the weakest link and she's like, I'm going to get back into this house. And then Ray kind of did the same thing. But
Can I just say though that I love Madison and Freddie. I think they're really cute together. I know you're sorry.
no, I'm just like, I think they're really cute together too.
What about the little bug spray conversation? That was so
bug
cute.
spray? I know. We're
think they're
getting
sweet.
little glimpses of like cute, like of what they're doing, and I guess it's like, I don't know, they could show us more of those cute moments and conversations. I feel like we're not getting anything.
Yeah, it's true. I guess there's not a lot going on with them, right? Or we would be seeing it. So it's hard. It would
Yeah.
be hard to fight with Freddie, but I mean, we did see him
We
have
don't
some
want to see them fight.
No,
Like,
but I'm
we're
just saying
seeing
that's when,
fighting. We're seeing fighting. So I
yeah.
feel like even showing us their like lovey-dovey cutesy stuff would be really nice. It would be a nice contrast to the fighting that we are seeing, you know?
Yeah, it's very weird that they are editing them sort of out of it, it feels like, because they do seem to be the one solid couple, right? Like the best couple. Because if they were fighting, they would be showing that, and they're the only couple not fighting. So why are they
Yeah.
not showing them more to us? That's a little strange to me.
Yeah. I mean, who could fight with him? Like, what is there to fight about? Like, he's literally a unicorn, like we've said. So I just I don't get why. Yeah. Like, I would like to even see some good moments.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
some
seems
more of
pretty
them in
funny.
general.
He seems pretty
Yeah,
funny.
they have good. See, that's the thing where people are like saying that like Scott and Ollie's banter is British banter and like get over it. But then I'm like,
Yeah.
Freddie has the funny banter, but he's not like always putting his partner
He's not
down.
an asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. like sometimes
Scott and Ollie and Louie, they come off like assholes. Like they're assholes.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like they hate the people they're with when they're always, the banter is always just like putting their partner down. Like you could be funny without doing that. It just seems like low hanging fruit, right? Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's not that funny sometimes.
It's
but maybe that's
definitely
the
not
cultural. Yeah, who knows? But
yeah.
Freddie is more funny, I think, to me.
He is funny. He is very funny. I would like to see more of that side to him because we didn't get to see it on Love is Blind UK because he was partnered with Catherine, who didn't find anything funny ever. So yeah, I'm very curious to know what happens there, even though we do know what happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Wait,
yeah, what?
The fight. Are we not there yet?
Wait,
All in
where?
the 80s.
No,
Are we
we're
at the
not
end?
there. I was gonna ask you
I
what
was
you
skipping ahead.
think of Rachel and Ray.
I thought they were cute. I mean, I felt like her saying she's been thinking about him kind of came out of nowhere. I thought it was a little hypocritical of her because right before she said something about Scott's only there for the cameras or whatever she said, and then she's like, "I've been thinking about you, Ray." So it's like, well, you didn't like Scott either, then. So what's the problem? That was weird to me.
So what did you think of like Carrington? Obviously pulled Rachel for a chat and was gonna go match with her, and before she could match with him, she runs off to Ray to say, "Hold on, Carrington, like I'll be right back, but like what, like, oh, I like you, like I'm gonna match with you," and like kind of cut Carrington off from the match. Like I was like, oh damn, like
yeah,
okay.
I don't know what that was about because I feel like we didn't see, like, did you feel like her and Ray connected before that moment?
I feel like we didn't see much of their connection.
No. So it felt like it came out of nowhere to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know what made her choose Ray over Carrington because we didn't really see their interactions that much. So
Right.
I don't know what that was about.
Yeah. Well, Carrington was moted. So now we're at the
what
fight.
What does that mean?
Oh my God. It's like my favorite word in the world. Like it could mean so many things. It doesn't just mean one thing. And that's the beauty of it. Like he can be moted. Like you can feel moted. You can like overall a situation can be moted. So I'll just give you the Urban Dictionary.
Is it short for something?
No, it's not. Okay. No, that is the word. It is my favorite word. Let's see how Urban Dictionary defines it. AI defines it as a slang term primarily used in California that means someone has been tricked, outsmarted, or put in an embarrassing situation. So that's pretty accurate. Like embarrassing. Like he's moted. Like he's embarrassed. Like
Perfect.
like that's basically they got it right. Yeah. Or, proven wrong, embarrassing moment. Like people use it wrong. Yeah.
The whole cast is moted, basically.
Yeah. Like feel stupid, embarrassed. Like, that's what it means. Yeah.
Didn't someone in this episode ask, like, what does this mean? So I'm like, okay, I wasn't the only.
Yeah, and then she gave the wrong definition. Like tea, like, I mean, clack it, but tea, whatever. Yeah, same thing.
I'm going to take your definition over Sandy's. But I can't remember who asked her. Louie? Did Louie ask her?
Somebody asked her. Yeah, somebody asked her.
Was
Yeah,
it?
but so if you ever like if somebody ever does something like embarrassing or humiliating or well, you just like you're moted.
I'm gonna use it on my kids, so thank you.
No one uses it anymore.
Oh,
Actually, it's a really outdated term. It's not like a new age term. Like every time I say it, somebody's like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe you just said moted." Like,
what?
yeah, like no one uses it anymore. But me and my family, we like you will hear one of us say it every single day because it's just so fitting. Like
It is.
you are so moted.
Well, I never
That
got to
is
use
so
it.
moted. Yeah, you can use it. Just
Okay.
you're moted, that's moted, they're moted. Like it's
I'm gonna
just
use it.
yeah, like they're embarrassing. Okay, so now we're at the fight. Literally, my notes start with Ollie is pissing me off. That's how my notes start. Ollie is pissing me off. You're talking about giggling and laughing. Bro,
Mhm.
you was kissing and cuddling and lying.
Mhm. Yeah.
Get the out of here, okay?
The double standard is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
of course, you just came back. She caught you lying. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. If she wants to
Yeah.
talk to someone else, like, she's gonna talk to someone else. The fact that he didn't just like comment on it. He's like straight up pissed off about it.
Yeah.
Like he's not.
The nerve
Mhm.
of you. The nerve of you. I just forgave you.
Mhm.
And you're like getting mad at me about anything right now is crazy.
Mhm.
You should be kissing my ass for
Mhm.
forgiving you for what you've done. And then to go ahead and she's telling him it's giving insecure. And he goes, that's like me saying that you're insecure about me lipping Justine. How is that even the same thing? Like, why would you even throw that in her face? How is me laughing? You being mad at me laughing at somebody is very insecure. Me
Mhm.
being mad at you kissing somebody is valid, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
so the fact that you're trying to put this on the same playing field, like I'm moving how you're moving in any way is crazy. And for you to really sit here in my face and be like, what you did is disrespectful.
Mhm.
Like, my mind is blown because to
Yeah.
exactly what she said, if what I'm doing is disrespectful, then what the fuck did you do to me?
Mhm.
What do you
Yeah.
call that? If laughing and giggling is disrespectful, then what the fuck is lying to my face, kissing, cuddling, snuggling, building an emotional? What is that?
Mhm. Well, that's the thing. Like, if she had done what he did, he would not be with her anymore. So it's like she's giving him this chance, and he's using it to get mad at her for something stupid. It's ridiculous.
And throw something back in my face.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
we obviously spilled this tea before, but we were told that Ollie had to leave and stay in a hotel that night, which I feel like is clear because when they cut to the next episode, he's like coming in the house and then they make up and he says, sorry, I ruined the night. And like they're in different clothes and it doesn't feel like they woke up together, you know? So
Yeah.
I don't know if they forced him to go to a hotel or he asked to go, but yeah, he left. So
Well, I would imagine they were super loud. They were disturbing all of the other couples. Like,
yeah, another cast member said they fought 24/7 was what they said.
and that just doesn't seem like the foundation for a marriage. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. Like the fact that I think in episode 9, she says she's mentally drained and exhausted. And you've known this man for 3 weeks.
I don't even think it's been that long. I feel like it's been like 5 days.
Yeah. How
really
long
that
is
long.
I think the whole entire experiment is how many
It's
days?
3 weeks. The whole
It's 3
thing
weeks.
is 3 weeks. So that's
Yeah.
including, I think, like after they're done, they do like a few days of promo and they do all those like the confessionals.
So the entire
The
experiment
entire thing is 3
filming
weeks.
is like about 2.5.
Yeah.
So yeah, at this point, yeah, you've known him for 2 weeks because we're ending the end of the experiment, and it's just whatever. Like if that makes me a hater for saying that's not the foundation for a marriage or a long lasting relationship, then I'm a fucking hater, I guess. Like, but you guys aren't gonna sit here and convince me that this seems like a promising relationship. But that's how episode 8 ends, on that fight, huge, massive fight, and then end scene.
Yes, they really left it on a dramatic cliffhanger. So we will end our recap of it there, but come back next episode. We'll do episode 9. That's the episode before the finale, so it was a good one as well. Okay, now we'll get into Beyond the Villa, season 1, episode 5. So it starts with Kaylor and Aaron doing, is it tennis that they were playing? I don't know. I remember the outfits they were wearing.
Paddleball, I don't know.
Pickleball.
I don't know, something tennis basically with smaller rackets is what
Yes. Whatever they're calling that
pickleball.
these days.
Yeah.
So Kaylor and Aaron had a little chat, and he said she was looking at him with the in love smile. So, and then he does allege later that she tried to kiss him, but when the cameras were down, do you think that really happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's feeling him.
Yeah, I think it's so obvious that like I like, first of all, not to jump ahead, but at Saddle Ranch when he confronted her with it, like she's just smiling like stupidly, like because she knows she did it. So and even at paddle tennis or whatever, there was an energy there. There's an energy on both ends. I think he still has a crush on her, but he knows that he needs to keep it light, and I think he really is like interested in a friendship, but it's like she was like giving him googly eyes and just smitten as a kitten and just like laughing and giggly, and so I 100% think she tried to kiss him.
Yeah, do you think she just has this new boyfriend to make him jealous, or?
I think I don't think that's why she has him. I think that's why she took him to Saddle Ranch. I think she's giving Aaron a lot of energy for her to be like, if I was Torrin watching this back, I would not be happy.
No,
you know what I mean?
Definitely
to see
something
like
there.
There's something there. Even their interactions before this. Oh, are you taking me out on a date? Oh, come back to my place. Oh, that's flirty energy that there's implications behind those invites. Like, it's not innocent. And if I was Torrin, seeing how she's all googly eyed for him and smitten as a kitten, like playing tennis with him, I'd have been like, nah.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
The nerve of her to tell Aaron that he was waiting for her back at her flat, like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy work. So I don't think that Aaron would just make up that she tried to kiss him, and he said, she was very calculated about it. Like, she didn't do it with the cameras there. So she,
Well, he did say at one point, like, she likes to make me jealous, or two men fighting over her, or something like that. So I definitely think she likes that Aaron feels like she might be interested in him to keep him, like, interested in her. But then she has the boyfriend. I think she likes being in that position after everything they went through before, where it was like the opposite. So
right.
Was it news to you that Serena doesn't like Kendall?
It was news to me. I figured, valid, right? Like, after how Kendall was acting in the villa, I wouldn't like him either. I wouldn't like how he was moving either. He was a messy bitch. And I said that over and over during the season. Like, how can anyone trust him? Like, you're not my friend if this is how you were moving. And he wasn't only, he was talking about Serena behind her back, he was encouraging Cordell to act an ass. So I get it. But I'll tell you what, Serena and Janae know how to hold some fucking grudges. I'll tell you that. Like, they will hold a damn grudge. She's like, I'm not going to the party. I'm surprised that Leah and Janae ended up going. But yeah, that was news to me. So it makes sense why Kendall, like, now it makes sense why Kendall and Liv and everybody wasn't invited to Cordell's roller rink. Like, you can tell that Serena just wants PPG.
Yeah.
And, Leah just wants PPG, and Janae's a little bit more open to Kaylor, to Liv, and to Kendall,
Yeah, Janae and Connor's talk was so awkward. Like, he didn't respect her boundaries. Obviously, she had no interest in talking to him, but I get for the show, they kind of have to have those conflicts, but she was just not having it at all.
Did she say that her boundary was just to not speak to her in person? Because I was surprised to know that she had texted him or sent him a message, because I didn't. That's the first we heard of it, right?
Yeah, and the message, I think, basically said, like, I'm not interested in, like, talking to you anymore. Like, it's done. And so for him to like come over to apologize in person, I think she obviously didn't want to have like that on camera moment, but I don't think you can do the show without having that. So it kind of had to be done, like resolved in person. But I think she was trying to avoid it a lot.
And
So
trying to act like she was so involved with that baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what she said, but it was really funny. Where she was like, it stands or something. I can't remember. There was just something
I
funny
don't
she said.
remember. I
Yeah,
don't remember,
just
but
like she was just like not giving it any energy, just like
yeah.
whatever, like whatever,
Yeah.
Connor. It
Yeah.
seems like they didn't want to give him his moment. Like they're very PPG. There is definitely levels to this group, which I find very interesting. Like I get it. They have to
Yeah.
be that way, but it's
We
funny.
didn't see much of Liv this episode. We didn't see much of
No.
anyone. We saw a lot of Janae and Kenny, and we saw a lot of
Mhm.
Kaylor and Aaron. Do you think that Torrin looks like Aaron?
No, but I do think Janae was totally right by saying he looks underage because he looks like a child to me. I
Yeah.
am shocked. Like she was really grilling Torin with the credit score and which I like for her, but I'm like, I guess you can't really find out like all that stuff about Kenny through a credit score, but
Yeah.
she was really grilling Torin, which was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. There's what'd you think of Petunia?
The baby?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was funny. It just reminded me of like the Love Island baby
The
challenge.
baby challenge, yeah, because they
So,
didn't do that on their season. They didn't do
No,
the
they
baby
didn't.
challenge on their season. So
hmm Yeah,
interesting.
I don't know. Do you think Torin looks like Aaron?
Yeah.
Without that, like, because they both wear a hat, but without the hat,
With the hat, they look similar.
hmm she has a type, I guess. So.
She's a type. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I thought it was bizarre to be, dating somebody and you do kind of have this like flirty thing going on with Aaron and then I think the worst part was Kaylor and Janae were so worried about playing a prank on Aaron that they didn't think of how awkward it would be that he's meeting Torrin for the first time and then screaming like a little girl at bushes coming at him. Like I was so mortified for him.
Yeah, that was mean. Like he's already dealing with a lot, and that was a lot to add to that moment because I just do not like when shows have pranks. Like it's not a prank show. I feel like when you're resorting to pranks, you don't have a lot of other plots, and
There's
it's
not a
just
lot of plots going on. Even the Petunia of it
no.
all and the Juan of it all, it just seems very like trying too hard.
It's so hard to recreate like what they had on Love Island because there was the drama and the relationship mess, and this is like too many of them are just happy, right? Like there's not a lot of drama, but the Real Housewives of New York, the last season they had was like all pranks. There was like 5 pranks and everyone just hated it. It was like, you are just scraping the bottom of the barrel when it's just like prank wars on your show because it's funny, but that's not really what we're watching for. Was it funny? I don't know. It wasn't that funny.
So. Yeah. What did you think of Kaylor and Aaron's chat at Saddle Ranch?
I don't know. I feel like, do you think he wants to be with her again? Like if she was single?
I don't think he wants to be with her, but I think he has a point. If it were me that brought a girl around you after I just tried to kiss you, you would be up in arms about it. And I think he said something really interesting. I don't know if it was in this in this episode. Like, I just wish Kaylor would be herself. She doesn't stand on business, basically, right? Like she's not about this stand on business culture that everybody wants her to be on. That's not her. Just be who you are in the villa. Basically, don't stand on business and let me fucking run all over you. But, Aaron does seem very changed to me. Like he does seem very calm. He does seem very less emotional. He's probably on, I don't want to diagnose him and say that he's on like calming medication, but he seems very calm and he seems very even. Yes, he seems very non-reactive, non-emotional. He didn't yell at Kaylor. He wasn't overly emotional. He articulated what he was feeling very clearly. And you could tell that she kind of just from the edit, I don't know if it was the edit, but it looked like she just wasn't taking it serious, like she's just laughing it off, like, no, I didn't. No, I wasn't. No, I wouldn't. But it's like you have this look of like,
yeah,
love, like you're in love smile, like he said, like you're
Mhm.
literally batting your eyes at him. You can't make eye contact with him without smiling. You're
Mhm.
so giddy, like. So I don't know. I don't know how Torrin's gonna feel. They might have a breakup announcement coming next week, because I know I would feel away if I see my girl acting like that over with her ex. So
Yeah. Yeah, that would be hard to watch back. Like, I know they're still together like a week ago because when she hit her 1 million followers, he was like getting her flowers. But now watching this episode might change things. So we'll
yeah,
see. But yeah, I don't think Aaron wants to get back together with her, but I do think they're having this like toxic little game playing going on. Well, she is at least with him. And
yeah.
it does feel like she's just trying to get a bit of revenge after what happened. But then part of me feels like maybe she does have genuine feelings for him. But
For Aaron or
yeah,
Torrin? I
no,
think
Aaron.
she has feelings for Aaron. I think
Yeah.
there's still something there on
Mhm.
both ends. Like it's
Yeah.
definitely, they have an energy between them, like Connor said. That's more than friendship. I think they both.
Mhm.
I think that Aaron knows that taking it past a friendship at this point is not going to be healthy for them, and it's not
Mhm.
going to go anywhere. So that's why he'd rather start with a friendship, as opposed to Kaylor is used to being emotionally attached to him and sexual with him. So that's why she makes jokes like, right, that's
Mhm.
why she's trying to kiss, that's why she's trying to go back to her place, that's why she's, are you asking me on a date, like, you know,
Do you
she's still like that man.
do you think they will get back together eventually?
No,
No, never.
no, I don't think, not unless it's a situation like now where they're both living in the same state and they're forced to
Mhm.
be around each other, because I would imagine that Aaron's back in London or wherever the hell he's from now.
Mhm.
Yeah,
If they were both on Love Island Games, that would be interesting.
that would be interesting. But I don't know that Kaylor would do Love Island games. She seems like she thinks she's too big for Love Island games. So
Who do you think will do it from season 6? Anybody?
maybe Kendall or Connor. The Kendalls and
Kendall's probably
Connors.
banging their door down. Like, please let me on.
Kendall or Connor, somebody like that. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's
Or what's her name? The one that's coming back next week. Nicole.
Nicole. Yeah,
Mhm.
that'll be interesting. But what did you think of Janae and Kenny's first about not their date at Yamashiro, but
Is that the
first,
same place from the valley?
it sure is. Yeah.
Ah, it does look so beautiful.
It is, and then it isn't. It has a very beautiful view, but it's a really run down restaurant. Like it really could use some upgrades, to be honest.
Okay.
Like I've been. But anyway, I thought that the comment of like, okay, we're having like our 9-month anniversary dinner, and they were like, oh, you celebrate every month, and she was like, and then Leah and Miguel were like, we celebrate every day. I don't know, like watching with a new set of eyes, knowing what Kenny did, everything seems mischievous. Like everything
It seems like he doesn't like her, and it's so obvious now, and I feel so bad for her. Not that she should have seen that, because if that's how he's always treated her, then she thought that was their thing. And that's why these that's our banter, that's funny, is not a good thing, because what's the line then between this person genuinely hates me to it's just funny? Like, because I'm sure people would argue if they were still together, like that's just their thing, that's how they treat each other. But now we can see it as, no, he just didn't like her at all. So,
and to my point, I feel like they've always had this kind of dynamic. And I've always read it as he doesn't like her. Like they just seem to be on two completely different playing fields. They have two completely different personalities. Like now, and it's just like he kind of shuts down and doesn't say anything. Like the fact that we're talking about stuff that happened in the villa, like I don't know if that was like for the cameras or that was just like to be funny. But I thought that was weird to bring up Catherine and all of that, like in that moment at our anniversary dinner when we're 9 months away. And it's like, is that something that happens often? You can tell that it irritated him to his core, you know? But I think a lot of things that Kenny does irritates her, and she just doesn't say anything, you
Mm-hmm.
know. They just seem, looking in hindsight, they just seem so uncompatible, you know.
Yes. And that's the thing. If there wasn't all this pressure from the public and the outside, like, would Janae even really like him? You know, like, if she really looks at it now, I bet, or in a few months down the road, she's gonna think this was such a blessing that she got away from him.
1000%. And I
Yeah.
feel like on their season, I kept saying that she's too much of a baddie for him. She's too much of a
Mm-hmm.
bad bitch for him. Like, they don't match. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like, she does not, like, you think this is what you want because he's tall and he's good looking and whatever, but like, really, you don't want that. Like, you don't
No.
want a guy that doesn't want to live with you, that's living in 2 separate states, that wants long distance. I thought it was interesting for her to say, like, oh, well, when we first got the villa, like, we barely saw each other, because
Mm-hmm.
that's not, I think that's things that people didn't know, right? Like,
Yeah.
we thought that they were seeing each other often, and because that's how it was portrayed to us. And
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah, I
then
don't think
what did she get upset about? She got upset that he was telling Miguel that
he was
they
telling
both
everyone
wanted
it was,
space,
yeah, it was like a mutual decision
and
that
she
they,
wanted him to tell
yeah.
she wanted him to say that it was both of them. I mean,
No,
that it was just him.
yeah.
Okay.
I guess she just wanted him to be honest. But I'm like, it might not have been so bad if he said it was both of them, right? Like, that kind of saves face a little bit for her, but she wanted him to be real because she had told Leah the truth. So I think she just didn't want to look like a liar, right? Like, she's telling everyone, he blindsided me. She cried at the grocery store, and he's telling everyone, we decided together. So she didn't like the lying, I think.
Well,
So,
that makes him look better, right?
yeah,
Because
exactly.
it makes him look worse to say, oh, I blindsided her. She really wanted to live with me, and I didn't. And now it makes so much sense. Like,
Mhm.
you know, if you don't like somebody, you definitely don't want to spend any more time with them than you have to.
Yeah.
And then I thought it was interesting when she was like, well, I like MySpace too, because women will convince themselves that they like stuff even when they don't. She's like, after spending a long night together, I like going back to my own place. So I'm like, wait, you guys don't even like spend the nights together?
Yeah, that's a lot. Like, it feels obvious now watching it. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard. It's probably going to be hard for her to watch and be like, it was so obvious, but
I think in the preview, we see her say that Kenny's giving her serial killer vibes.
yeah.
And again, I'm like, oh, is this stuff that they were gonna, because that wasn't in the preview. And I feel like that would have been a good line to be in the preview to like, so now I'm like wondering, like, since all of this Kenny and Janae shit has happened, if they've gone back to footage that they originally cut out of the show and like redid it.
Just like in Scandival, like, they re-edited it, I think, to show a few more things that were a little weird, right? I think they're going to show a few more things that they would have normally hid so that they didn't look like they were doing as poorly as they were. And now we'll be able to see all these cracks.
Yeah, because Janae was so upset when the preview dropped, about, oh, you're making it seem like me and Kenny are having problems. But it's like, now it's like, now we know there were problems. Because what the fuck did he get out the car for? Like, why was he just standing out the car inside of valet? Like, what?
Yeah, it was an awkward fight. Like, it wasn't a normal, like, argument.
We missed
it was
something,
like,
right? We missed something.
Yeah. It seemed like they were both confused about something, but I didn't know what.
Yeah. I felt like we missed something because, okay, yeah, she wants you to be honest. She doesn't want you telling her friends. Like, I get it, right? Like, I've already had to deal with the fact that you don't want to live with me. Now I'm trying to process that, but I don't want you going around telling our friends that it was like mutual when it wasn't, right? That upset her. But then it's like, she thought he had more to say, and then he shuts down and doesn't say it, and then he's telling her, you're upset, say what you need to say, and then she's not saying it, and then we see them like get in the car, and then we see him like pacing in the parking lot, and then we see production like coming in, like, what happened?
It kind of felt like they had more to say and they wanted to fight, but they knew they were on camera and mic'd up, and they just wanted to get out of there so they could have like the real fight about it.
Yeah.
Because, they were both just being so quiet that it was like they were not being real in that moment because they knew they were being filmed. So
Yes, and there was one point earlier in the episode, I forgot what Janae and Kenny were doing, and she was like, America's watching.
Yeah.
Do you remember that part? So
They
very
seem
hyper
very,
aware that they're on camera.
yes. And then especially with her getting upset about the trailer, right? It's like, I think if you're secure in your relationship, like, and you know that it's, uh-oh, my voice is drying up. Yeah, if you're secure in your relationship, you wouldn't mind if it showed a couple little fights or arguments, disagreements, because you know, like, everything's fine, right? And it shows, I think, how insecure or nervous she was about the relationship, that she didn't want us to see any negative stuff because she
Right.
knew there was a lot of negative going on and they were trying to hide it from everybody.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm just glad she's away from him now. That's all I care about.
She's like living her best life. She went back home to Hawaii. I think she's still there. So I think, like you said, in hindsight, this will be a blessing. I think a lot of blessings are coming her way. A lot of opportunities are coming her way. And like you said, she's probably seen signs of this for a while. And now it's probably clear as day to her, like, duh, he didn't like me. But it's like when you have those rose colored glasses on, it's hard to see sometimes. And now we all know, and you know, it's up from here for her. So
Yes.
Unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, it did make the season a lot more interesting. Than I think it was like something to look out for, like Kenny's serial killer behavior. So
yeah, it makes you want to go back and watch and see, like, what was going on and was it obvious, was it not? Like, it just, it makes it more interesting, which is sad, and it sucks that it went that way, but then it's also good. If we went back and watched it right now and things were amazing, it would be like, oh, this is so sad that it didn't work out. But it's like, so now we're so happy it didn't work out.
Before their dinner scene, there was a scene, I forgot what they were doing, but I was like, damn, Kenny is good. Like, because I'm looking for like facial expressions, this, that, like, but there was nothing like that there. I was like, damn, he's good, because it was babe this, babe that, laughing, joking, touching, like, you know what I mean? It seemed very genuine. And I in that moment, I forget what scene it was, but I was like, oh, he's good. Like, he's good. I couldn't tell on that scene. But then the Yamashiro scene, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's what happened on Beyond the Boa. Yeah. We'll be back with our episode 9 of The Perfect Match to give you guys some time to catch up on it. Episode 7 through 9 did drop today. So you guys have the weekend to catch up, and then we can discuss. And then the finale will be on August 15th.
Yeah. And then all the podcasts and the drama always drops after that. So we'll be covering all of that for you guys. And Love is Blind UK comes out next week too. So summer is still happening, but the gossip is not slowing down. The reality TV is just ramping up for the fall. It's going to be crazy. So we'll be back. Thanks for listening, guys. See ya.
Bye, guys.